Goal, metric system to metric system conversions. The metric prefixes are powers of 10. To convert between metric quantities, we only have to move the decimal place. Which way? We use the prefix bar, which is oriented left to right, big to small. If dealing with length, the SI, or metric base unit, is the meter. The basic part of the prefix bar for length is the kilometer, then the meter, centimeter, and millimeters. There are bigger and smaller units, but for the most part, that's what we will use. Let's do an example. Since the metric prefixes are place values in our base 10 number system, all we have to do to convert between metric units is to move the decimal. We need to know which way, left or right, and we need to know how many places to move it. Here's the process. We first of all write the start unit place value, which is a power of 10. If the target unit place value is smaller than the start unit place value, write it to the right of the start unit. This means that the decimal will go right. It will go right as many places as the difference in the exponents in the place values. If larger, write it to the left. The decimal will go left. If we're dealing with area units, we have to double the number of places that the decimal goes, because area in its most basic form is length times width. If we're dealing with volume units, we must triple the number of places that the decimal goes. Example A, 230 millimeters is how many centimeters? We first write the starting unit, 230 millimeters, and its place value, 10 to the minus 3, or thousandths. We then look at the target unit, or centimeters, and we ask ourselves the question, is a centimeter bigger or smaller than a millimeter? And the answer is a centimeter is bigger than a millimeter, therefore we write it to the left of the starting unit. This means that the decimal will go left. How many places? We look at the difference between the exponents of the two place values. Centimeters is 10 to the minus 2, millimeters is 10 to the minus 3. That's a difference in 1 in the exponents, and therefore the decimal place goes 1 place to the left, and 230 millimeters is 23 centimeters. Example B, 4.16 meters is how many centimeters? First, we write down the start unit and its place value. 4.10 meters, the place value is 10 to the 0, or 1. Then we consider the target unit, the centimeter, and we ask, what is that place value? 10 to the minus 2. Then we ask, is that bigger or smaller than the starting unit, or the meter? It is smaller, so we write it to the right, meaning that the decimal place will go to the right. How many places? We look at the difference between the exponents and the place value, or power of 10. That is 2 places, so the decimal goes 2 places to the right, and we have that 4.16 meters is 416 centimeters. Example C, 912 meters is how many kilometers? Meters, place value, 10 to the 0, or 1. Target place value, kilometers, 10 to the 3rd, or 1,000. Difference between exponents, 3. Decimal place goes 3 places to the left. 912 meters is 0.912 kilometers. Example D, 14.91 centimeters is how many millimeters? We write the starting unit, centimeters, place value, 10 to the minus 2, or hundredths of a meter. We look at the target unit, millimeters. We ask, is a millimeter larger or smaller than a centimeter? A millimeter is smaller than a centimeter, so we write it to the right. Decimal place will go to the right. How many places? Place value of the target unit, millimeters, 10 to the minus 3, or thousandths of a meter. Difference in the exponents of the place values is 1. Decimal place goes 1 place to the right. 14.91 centimeters is 149.1 millimeters. Example E, 45.720 square millimeters is how many square centimeters? Start value, millimeters squared. Place value, 10 to the minus 3, or 1/1000th. Target value is square centimeters. Is a centimeter bigger or smaller than a millimeter? It's bigger, so we write it to the left. Decimal place will go left. How many places? Difference in the exponents of the place value is 1. However, this is area units. Therefore, we double the 1 to move the decimal place 2 places to the left. 45.720 square millimeters is 0.45720 square centimeters. Example F, 0.00153 cubic meters is how many cubic centimeters? Starting unit, cubic meters, place value 10 to the 0 or ones. Target unit, cubic centimeters. Is a centimeter larger or smaller than a meter? It's smaller. Therefore, we write it to the right of the starting unit. Decimal goes right. How many places? Difference in the exponents is 2, but these are volume units, cubic units. Therefore, we triple that. So the decimal place goes 2 times 3 or 6 places to the right. So 0.00153 cubic meters is 1530 cubic centimeters. This concludes this exploration into the intrinsic charm of metric to metric conversions.